Hello, this is a Swede Speaks. Even though I call myself a Swede Speaks, which easily could be explained by the fact that I was born and raised in Sweden, and that Swedish politics, well, that was the first politics that I had an interest in. But Swedish politics is not my only interest, not even my main interest, maybe. It's just that they are so tragic. Today, however, I'm not going to talk about Swedish politics. Not much, at least. Maybe I'll get to that too. I was going to make a short comment about Mr. Trump. He is the president-elect, and now it is January the 20th, and he will take office. The silent majority finally had enough and elected Mr. Trump. Just like the silent majority finally had enough in Britain earlier and voted for Brexit. And I hope the silent majority in France will say they've had enough too and vote for Marine Le Pen. The silent majority in Italy had enough and rejected a new constitution that was, as I understood, not very good at all. Anyway, I digress. I was reading on Facebook, on my Facebook feed. I get a lot of news from people living in America, people living in Sweden, people living in Norway, people living all over the Western world, and even outside the Western world. Although the Western world is in many ways my main interest because I like the Western civilization. I consider it the greatest civilization ever created by man, and we need to protect it. And after World War II, we have been doing a very bad job at that. So, the Washington Examiner reported that 28% of federal workers say that they are, or at least might be considering leaving all the federal service because of Donald Trump's election, according to a new poll. And that got me thinking. Got me thinking about the Ronald Reagan quote. Ronald Reagan, the greatest president the United States ever had. They might get the second best now. Anyway, he said at one point that no government ever voluntarily reduces itself in size. That government programs, once launched, never disappear. Actually, a government bureau is the nearest thing to eternal life we'll ever see on this earth. And I fully support Mr. Reagan's quote. Of course, I believe in eternal life, but not on earth. And that would be the topic for another video. Maybe, not now. And then the fun thing is, I would love to see federal employees voluntarily leaving their jobs. That would make Mr. Trump's job of reducing the size of government easier. That would be wonderful. He is already, before he's become a president, he is doing more good than Obama ever did. And that would be great. Although, seriously, I doubt that they actually will leave their jobs. I think that's just something they say. Like all those Hollywood stars who said they were going to go to Canada. Has any one of them left yet? I'm not sure that Canada wants them, really, but that's just what they say. But it would be nice if it happened. And there are a lot of things one could discuss when it comes to the election of Donald Trump. One of these things is the claim that Russia won the US election. That they meddled with the election. Well, maybe they did. I doubt it, but maybe they did. So, that means that Saudi Arabia, that openly funded Hillary Clinton, lost. And if I have to choose between Russia and Saudi Arabia, I have no problems choosing. And also, Mr. Trump, he has promised to reduce funding for public TV. And we all know what kind of leftist people work at these places. Because I believe in the Reaganite economics, at least part of them in the Reaganomics, the idea that you have to reduce the government's incomes. This is the only way to shrink the size of government, because just lowering taxes is not going to help. You have to reduce the incomes. I mean, because otherwise, well, how many government agencies have been repealed successfully? Actually, you have to reduce the incomes. That's the only way. Anyway, I was just going to make this short comment. I am very enthusiastic, and I hope that Donald Trump will be a new birth for America. And I hope that, because last year, with Brexit, and with Donald Trump, and with some other elections, but especially these two, I consider 2016 to be the reversed 1968. And I really hope that 2017 will show us a lot of the same good stuff happening. This is Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.